Welcome back to The Fool's Run. This is Barney. He's the star of our show, and by star I mean he's absolutely a hotbed of chaos, and anytime we have a conversation, things can go completely off the rails because all of his decisions are made with a random die roll. And we are desperately in trouble. Right now, we have either killed, abandoned, or completely avoided all character allies, except for Gale, our only surviving ally, and now we're going into the Shadowlands. Things are really starting to look grim. So, our main goal today for this episode is to gather allies, namely Halsin and Minthara. It's going to be challenging, it's going to be tough, it's probably going to break, and we're going to kill things, whether we want to or not. So join me today as we continue this adventure into the Shadowlands with Barney the Dark Urge, as we continue along this path of destruction and change Faerun into a world that will never be recognizable again. But before we dive ourselves into the depths of the Shadowlands, we are going to clean up the rest of the Creche.
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien. In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place.
Alright, let's see. Study the subject's features, okay.
This Githyanki looks different from the others you've seen
Oh
here.
yeah, she's special.
The way her stark white skin stretches over her sharp features gives her a distinctly otherworldly aspect.
Alright. Draw a new face for the portrait. Well, lucky us, our dexterity's actually not crap anymore, but it's still... that's a big roll. Nope. Are we gonna get caught?
Just as you find your flow, you slip. Perhaps you should leave before someone notices.
Vertical incision from pineal eye to end of notochord.
I like her. She's one of the Gith I actually like.
Consistent with samples 231 to 259. Do you have a question? Or are you just going to stand there gawking?
I have no idea, ma'am. I don't get to make my own decisions. Oh, Barney. What are your impulses gonna lead us to today? Just leaving, apparently. I feel like... I mean, he's made his choice. He just doesn't care.
An istic in my creche. You are one of the mercenaries sent to bring the weapon.
Don't tell her anything.
Let's see what we say here, since our ghostly friend doesn't want us to say anything. I was granted entry by your sentries. They told me to seek the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor? On what grounds?
I don't know. What are we gonna do, Barney? I have proof of an illicit invasion. It might help your Inquisitor to rethink his priorities.
We have all the proof we need, and it has not moved his resolve. We know infected flock to Moonrise Towers. I reported the gathering masses back to Tunarath. In response, they sent an Inquisitor. Instead of ordering an assault, we were told to join in this mad hunt for an ancient relic. Meanwhile, illithid sickness spreads right in front of us.
I've got a good point. Why is attack here? What? Why? 2. What does this weapon look like?
It is small, angular, metal, adorned with Tirsu script. Stolen by true soul heretics.
You realize she seeks the artifact you carry.
What was that look? You know something. Do you have it?
I wonder what we'll say. Cause like we don't like last time when I'm here. Normally, like Shadowheart really doesn't want you to talk about it, but she's not here, so really I don't see it being a huge problem if we do. But apparently we're not going. We're gonna lie anyway. Apparently, so we're friends, right? Yeah, we're friends. Gulp.
Then stop wasting my time, Istik. You are one of the mercenaries we engaged, are you not?
Let's see. I can't even to loot the place? Please don't. What's the reward again?
A fortune in gold, vouched for by our queen herself. I have business to attend to. Return with the weapon, or do not return at all.
Free for the taking. Not up for trading today, I'm afraid.
Who would be? Oh, it is you.
Hello.
Istark, I will not have you sneaking through my creche.
Quiet, Therazin. I wish to speak with this one.
As you wish, Chitrai.
Make haste. We have business to conduct.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This isn't gonna go well. We might actually do a permanent death. Like, not permanent, like, I'll obviously reload, but like, there's a conversation choice I can make here that just kills us. Like, we don't even get to fight our way out.
Interesting. My Ardents reported that an Istik survived the crashed Gale slave vessel. You have accomplished much since. I'm pleased to finally meet you.
Hello.
I heard enough druids died by your hands to make the deity Sylvanus himself weep. To business. I suspect you plucked something precious from the Gale ship. Something that belongs to us. The weapon. Give it to me.
Don't do it. The weapon is how I protect you.
Alright, let's see what we can do. I like that, like, hand over an artifact of immense power, nothing in return. Like, you just like a metaphysical, like, mercenary, which is a great way to describe a warlock. What do we do? 4. Should you be more concerned with the Mind Flayer invasion?
What makes you think we are not? We are talking about the grand design, the restoration of the Illithid Empire. There is nothing of greater importance. But the weapon is the solution. I have heard it directly from Queen Vlaakith herself. It is how we will stop the Mind Flayers before they destroy us all. Hand it over.
Okay, so, not much to be said. Okay, so yeah, hand over an artifact of immense power for nothing in return. You do insult me.
The Gale are about to execute their grand design and you seek to bargain. Pahakva. The weapon. Now.
Well, at least Gale like that. No, I like this. Here's how the deal works. That's the you need. I can bargain all I like. I like that. Man, these warlock choices are great. But, nope. Apparently, Barney's just like, well, that's all the excuse I need.
Creche, with me.
It's, a mess doesn't even begin to describe it, and frankly, this took way too long. You'll never be able to understand just how many times I have to replay fights, because trying to win fights that are constructed for teams of 4 with a team of 2 that's not very well balanced gets a little tricky. I don't mind the challenge, but it does make it a bit of a headache to make these videos. And it's not like I'm playing on easy mode either. And with a little guile, we confront Mother Gith herself.
Inquisitor Wargas was potent. We are
Here we go.
impressed.
Oh no.
Your vision thrums green and gold for a moment as your patron borrows your eye to see the vision before you.
That's cool. So my patron's watching this through my eyes.
Exactly a god, but not far off. Your patron recoils. Not before leaving a word of advice. Caution.
That's a really cool detail. Oh my gosh.
You are permitted to look upon me. You are invited to kneel.
I serve another master, but let's see what we do. Barney, what you feeling? Who exactly are you?
Who am I? I am Vlaakith, undying queen of the noble Githyanki, god regent of the 6 arms of Tunarath. And you bear that which is ours. But are you friend, or are you thief?
Let's see. What did you say, Barney, staring at the face of a demigod? Friend, came to bring it back to you. He disapproves.
An unexpected servant.
Sorry, I don't know what Barney's doing.
Your will is strong. Descendant of noble dragons, you honor us with your allyship. Extend your fealty one step further, and you will be rewarded beyond your mortal reckoning. The astral prism. It is corrupted. Find the one inside and kill them. Be aware. They are not alone, and they will appeal to your trust. They are not to be believed.
Interesting.
You must accept.
I like how it's actually a misdirection, but it's a really cleverly written one. Alright. I don't know if I want to do a 5. Yeah, so the dream visitor inside the artifact. I can't kill them. They protect me from the absolute.
You are being lied to. I will be obeyed.
Calm down. Chill, lady. Jeez. Fine. I'll go in and kill them. Gale disapproves. Gale's gonna hate me if I keep this up. Come on, Barney.
Use the planecaster's power to enter the prison. Be wary of the creature's lying tongue. Cut it out if you must.
After fighting her lackeys, she demands that we go and kill whatever's inside the astral prism. Which is interesting, because this can really go several different ways. Hello.
I may have made a mistake trusting you. I told you to stay away from the Githyanki. But you just couldn't help yourself. Could you?
Nope. My decisions are made by dice. I don't get to make decisions. I have no will of my own.
I know. You've come here to murder me.
God, I made him so cool. Like, I didn't even make him though. He's randomized like this, but he looks awesome. Alright, let's see what we do here, boy. Everyone always thinks I want to murder them. I just want to talk. Why would they think I want to murder them? Do I have a history of just randomly stabbing people? Come on.
Very well. What do you want to know?
Alright, come on, Barney. Got some interesting questions here. Start with, who are you fighting?
The stuff of nightmares. And no concern of yours. It is enough that Vlaakith hunts me, for my knowledge. It is best you remain in the dark, else she will hunt you too. You see, I know Vlaakith's secret. It is a secret so great that if her people ever found out, that would be the end of her rule. The end of her. That same secret is how I've been protecting you from the Absolute. I can hear your thoughts. You think I'm lying. Vlaakith warned you that I would try to deceive you, but consider this. What reason have I to deceive you? I want the same thing as you. Freedom. I'm on your side. I have been since the very beginning.
He's kind of got a point there. Vlaakith be darned. She wants you dead, she can kill you herself.
It seems I was right to put my faith in you after all.
Barney actually spared
Thank
someone.
you.
So he likes
Vlaakith will
furry,
be
someone with furry, someone
She
with feathers,
fears
and with
nothing
curly
more than the loss
mustaches.
of her empire. The knowledge I have of her deception will bring that about.
Alright. Vlaakith's a goddess. What could you possibly know that would bring her down to her empire?
Godlike in power, yes, but with none of the sanctity. Vlaakith is lying to her people. She pretends to know how Gith destroyed the Mind Flayer Empire. In truth, she knows nothing. If the Illithid Empire were ever to return, she would be incapable of stopping them. And if her people found out about her impotence, there would be mutiny, revolution, the end of her rule. But that very power, the power to resist Illithid control, which Vlaakith only pretends to know, is how I've been protecting you.
I like this plot.
I suppose she hoped to extract it from my corpse.
The plot with this instance with
Since
the
you
astral
spared me
prism, I
that
think, is
fate,
really well done.
She will come for you.
Ooh. I'm sure she will. I protect my allies.
As do I. I have delayed long enough.
Do we, though?
Next attack is
We've
overdue,
killed
and I
most
can't
of
risk you
them.
being caught in the middle of it. I need you out there, searching for the Absolute. You were on the right path to Moonrise Towers. Return to it.
And before we finally dealt with the rest of the Creche, we go and follow through with a little side quest I picked up a while ago, which might be our saving grace in the Shadowlands. Yes. Oh, baby. This thing is awesome. Okay. We are set and good to go. Now, Blood of the Lathander is probably the most amazing thing ever. 5 to 10 damage in my hands. Once for long rest, you can regain, when you reduce to 0, you regain 2 to 12 hit points. Allies regain 1 to 6. At 20-foot radius, it blinds everyone around you. And you can cast Sunbeam. This thing, by itself, is so monstrously powerful. I've, in my last playthrough, used it pretty much to the end of the game, because even if I found a weapon that was stronger than it, it just outperformed everything with that blindness. So now we give him that. With the Blood of Lathander, we actually might have a chance. It's really a powerful artifact that not only is Gale going to be effective with, but he's also going to be able to capitalize on the radiant damage and light aura that blinds enemies to really maximize his staying power on the battlefield. Frankly, it's a godsend. After clearing out literally the entire Creche, we decide to go and have a fun interaction with the Chair of Destiny, the giant bug chair that tries to clear your brain. Again, this whole sequence without Lae'zel has been very interesting, and voluntarily jumping inside the device when I've already had to remove the one who controls it was a very odd decision, but Barney went with it, so here goes.
The device is strange.
Interesting.
Made of taut
I can still try and
flesh
use this, huh?
Pockmarked metal. It waits for something. You feel your parasite stir.
Alright, Barney. No one's here to run the device for us. We have no idea what it does. Apparently we're gonna lie in it, because you know, what makes more sense than jumping into a device we don't understand? By ourselves.
Your body grows cold, its warmth sapped by the cold metal seat. The machine awakens.
I have no idea what's gonna happen. It looks cool though.
Layers of magic weave themselves tightly around your head. The tadpole squirms and contracts. It's trying to hide. You realize the device is hunting your parasite, but it's doing so blindly. Without direction, your faculties could be permanently damaged. Your skull groans and bends under the pressure. Then, agony.
Alright. Let's see what happens here. Bork shows on the device on a tadpole. Oh, that's bad.
The machine lashes out aimlessly. Your right temple burns, then numbs. Part of you is gone. A part you can no longer recall.
That's no cure. It's going to kill you. Get out!
The parasite burrows deeper, sinking its teeth into your brain's exposed tissue. It sucks greedily. You feel yourself ebbing away, while the parasite only grows stronger. It's evolving.
Alright. Apparently, stay calm and guide the device closer. Alright, now I should have the potion, please. Okay. Okay, yeah, potion was a good idea here. We passed it.
The device yearns for the creature, for every part of you tainted by its presence. You will be consumed. The tadpole quivers. A different magic is building within it.
Interesting.
This one is ancient. Rotten.
Interesting.
No more.
Okay. Ooh, Archfey, beseech your patron to lend a 10 for a mode of fairy arcana. That's really cool. Please get that one. No, free yourself, escape. Gosh darn it, Barney. He never follows through.
Your limbs are unresponsive, cut off by the device's magic. You can't move.
Okay. Let's see what happens this time. Try again, try harder.
Urge your body from the chair with every fiber of your consciousness, but can't lift so much as a finger.
Well, did I die? Ooh. I might have died.
The room swims back
Okay.
into focus. Inside your head, you feel a familiar squirm. You escaped, but so did your tadpole.
Okay, so what ends up happening? What did I lose? What did I gain? Anything? I have no idea what happened.
That was not wise. You were lucky I was there to save you. Once again.
Okay. So, nothing gained, nothing lost. Oh, well, that could have been cool. And now it's time to embark into the Shadowlands.
Stay together. Keep to the light.
God, we're so creepy.
Stop! Who's there?
You're not hiding very well, Barney. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? Okay, let's see. I like how you could say, like, such deranged things for 3 or 4. But you say, back away from them, palms up.
Wrong direction. Come into the light. Hands high.
Why is it so blurry? Oh gosh, he's so scary. What's this intense
Jonas,
staring match?
Move in. Jonas? Can you see our torches?
I can't see anything. Something's wrong.
Follow my voice. Come back to the light.
Who's there? Meg? Is that?
Jonas?
It's so intense. It's so intense. They do such a good job with this.
Jonas.
Abandon them, hope they die. Oh my gosh, Barney, please don't. No!
Step out of the light and you're done for. It's fight or die. To arms! Now!
I can't believe Barney literally was trying to, like, he was going to absolutely abandon everyone. Feels in character, but still is like, I can't believe that's what he rolled. He's just like, screw you, I'm done. This place is rough. It's dark, it's dreary, it's full of death, and we're already feeling a bit stacked. But thankfully, I have some metagame familiarity, so I'm able to avoid a lot of the worst encounters until we can find ourselves to Lost Light Inn, the only real safe haven, and a hotbed of spice, we'll just say that.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons. Easy. He's with me.
I've never actually had someone survive that fight before, so.
Jaheira!
Yeah, she is. Possible friend? Friend, please? We need anybody, please? Barney, don't mess this up, please. Just this once. I wish people would just say hello.
Hello.
Alright, Barney, what's he gonna do? We gonna be super aggro? Or are we gonna try and he'll sometimes be diplomatic. Could you at least explain to me why you're doing this? I've had a long day.
Absolutely. This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
I love the warlock one. I'm not a true soul.
Stop! Hold on, Jaheira. I think I know this one.
His eyes meet yours. There's no recognition there, just a sick intensity as his voice reverberates in your mind.
If you want to survive this, then trust me. One true soul to another. He's infected. Aye. But he's not with the cultists. Helped me fight them off a while back, in fact.
Is this true?
Alright, Barney, what you gonna do? She just lets us go. That's crazy. I know he manipulated her, but it's crazy.
Might as well take part in this absolute charade if that buys us both time and our lives.
Oh, great. Number 4. That's right. Mind flayers infected me, but they don't control me.
How is that possible?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I should do that. Okay. I work in mysterious ways.
Enlighten me. Now.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. I know it's hard to trust anyone right now, but believe me, I am not an absolute cultist. We have friends, right? Oh, that's a 21 though. Oh no. Oh, we just made it. We just barely made it. Oh. That's pretty brilliant.
Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt.
Impressive, Barney. Good job.
All clear.
Whew.
At ease. I'll not pretend to understand why you, the enigma that you are, suddenly crossed our path. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here?
All right, let's see. Why did we come here, Barney? What's your mission here? I'm here on holiday.
You're just in time for happy hour. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
I can't believe that actually played out that way. Especially good, think about that whole conversation. The way it played out, we literally said, hey, you should trust us. I know it's hard, but just trust us. And she's like, yo, okay, I'll trust you. So why are you here? Oh, I'm on holiday. Well, there goes all my expectations right out the window. After a little bit of exploring, we have a meaningful confrontation with Jaheira, who is another potential companion, and with Counselor Floric, who is still looking for Will's missing father. But we don't have Will anymore. So, not sure where that's gonna go.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink.
Oh, no ulterior motives at all, I'm
Very
sure.
good health.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. What'll it be? Not thirsty.
Indulge me.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Barney, what are we gonna do? Alright, fine. He's just like, fine. I won't fight twice.
Bottoms up.
Gale disapproves. Sorry, Gale.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien.
Yeah.
Answer me true and
No,
do not
that-
lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
Actually, I think I'm changing them. Let's see. If Barney decides he's gonna say, the answer is no. That had no influence on me whatsoever.
You want to deny the parasite has any sort of hold on you, but somehow you can't. Jahira spots your confusion, and her eyes narrow.
It's the wine. I added a herb to your cup that betrays your lie.
Uh-oh.
Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I?
I don't trust me. I don't know if you can trust me. I'm interested in saving my own skin, not yours. Whether you trust me is immaterial.
I won't begrudge you that.
Barney's such a jerk.
But our interests align.
Where's the love, Barney? Where's the love?
I hope no loyalty of that thing in your head to the Absolute will interfere with our salvation. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains, all the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
That is pretty rough. If he's back, perhaps you should have hit him harder in the first place?
Believe me, he was well and truly dead. I locked his corpse in the Thorn Mausoleum myself. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope.
Okay.
You are that hope.
Oh boy. That's oof. That sucks, unfortunately. You may have watched my show. I think you got the wrong impression. You think I can kill him?
Not immediately. Protected by your artifact.
How does she know about
You
that?
can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing
We
as
never
a
showed
true
her
soul.
that.
Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword. Together, we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
Let's see, Barney. Come on, man. I mean, sounds like an adventure, right? I'm not doing this.
You're the only one who can get inside the towers. You were born for this mission. Or made for it, rather. Besides, you need this. You need to heal yourself of your infection.
She's right.
Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet.
Ah. Fair. Alright, any more questions, or are we just gonna leave? Oh, well, how do I reach him? The towers are surrounded by shadows.
You're not our only secret weapon.
Isabel, a faithful cleric of Seluna, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive.
She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Alright. Again, saving. That conversation was about as aggro as it can get, and I still managed, and still it managed to be alright. I like how I now can just pick up this stuff. Like, okay. I'll just have this potion.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
Hello again.
You believe the cultists have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers? I don't suppose you found
Oh right,
a way
Will
in.
left us. I forgot. Like he didn't die. He just abandoned us. So he's technically still like, I wonder if he'll show back up again. What's with the fellow in the cot?
Isabel cleared this place and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other.
Alright, now we got the 3. What can you tell me about Isabel?
Cleric of Seluna. She's got a room upstairs if you want to meet her. Just don't interrupt her while she's doing whatever it is that keeps this place shadow-free.
I have a feeling that's gonna happen, unfortunately. I wonder if we'll be able to protect her. I think we will, assuming things don't go too sideways. Doubt that man will recover anytime soon.
I doubt it too, but I haven't given up hope.
That's all we got,
Unfortunately,
was hope.
I won't be here when he comes around. I'm heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
You know the name Gortash, a councillor with considerable influence on Baldurian industry and politics. But he is no lord.
So, that's kind of cool. Like, I don't know if I had this conversation with her before. Lord Gortash. Oh, I think I went to Isabel too quickly and never talked to her. Lord Gortash. Thought he was only more than a counselor.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us. I'm sure of it.
I mean,
I'll
probably.
do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance.
Okay.
Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
We'll have to see if we do. Alright. We also do need to desperately talk to this guy.
Flame Colour. That's your name, isn't it? Art Colour? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Because this is how we might be able to get another companion in Halsin, if we can do this. That name you mentioned, Thaniel, who's that?
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is
can
must
do
be someone
it.
important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over ever since we found him.
All right. I really want to make this work. Come on, Barney, please. Can he hear you?
You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me.
Anyway, we also have an opportunity to get Halsin here to start looking for hints of some kind of forest spirit that apparently is sickly and the reason why the Shadowlands are as cursed as they are.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
Alright, Barney, we got 6 choices. What are we going to do here? 3. Do you know how the Shadow Curse can be stopped?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes,
got a bit of a secret for you.
Find me at once.
Let's see. Oh, come on, Barney, please. We need to tell him this. Yes! Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Barney. Thank you. He's very merciful at times. The flaming fist of last light. His curse left him insensible, but he muttered about the boy called Thaniel.
He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Been in a bit of a spot here where I want to continue this quest line potentially, because I'd like to see if I can get Halsin officially on my team. In order to do that, we need to go to the House of Healing, which is in the city, which I'm pretty sure we need either like a lantern for, or we need the blessing from Isabel. Yeah, like get protection from the Shadow Curse, and then we'll have to get like the lantern, which I don't think I can trigger the ability to get that until after we talk to Isabel, or not. Like my biggest concern right now is if I go upstairs and talk to Isabel, there's a really decent chance that we're gonna end up killing everyone here, either directly or indirectly from our actions, because we don't know what Barney's gonna do. He's a freaking wildcat card. And I don't want to accidentally kill Halsin here if I can avoid it. And that's the thing, is like I'm not sure if he'll die, even if I end up accidentally, like, you know, taking down all the defenses around here. But he'll be like an unregistered NPC, and if he just gets overwhelmed, he could just like drop dead. And I can't, like, he says he's level 5, but his health is really low, so. But as we go to approach the darling Isabel, the cleric who's keeping Last Light in safe, wouldn't you know it, but Ketheric Thorm rears his head with his ugly companion, and we have to try and keep her alive.
My old friend, very good to see you again. Glad to see you earned your hero's trust. That's no mean feat.
Alright, so here we go. Barney, what are we doing today? Your vouching for me certainly helped. Thank you.
My pleasure, true soul. I suppose General Thorm sent you to help with my mission. That's all right. I don't mind sharing the glory.
You're like the first one.
Orders from General Thorm. Helping him may be just what you need to gain deeper access to the cult.
Oh, there's our favorite attack, just for whatever reason. Alright, Barney. 3. Heard enough. Whatever your mission, and ends here. That's essentially attack!
You'll help me, or you'll stay out of my way. Isabel, the Selûnite cleric that guards this place. General Thorm wants her alive.
Oh man. Are you gonna even ask questions? But are we? Nope, we're not. We're just going. Thanks for the information. I'll take your guts now.
You're just like all the others. While the Absolute wages the war of wars, her faithful waste time fighting each other.
He's got a point.
I would have shared the glory of this mission with you. But maybe it's my destiny to take it for myself.
Did this stop everyone else from being aggressive to me? I'm guessing not.
What in the world's going on? With Isabel dead, the whole sanctuary will be flooded with blood. A far finer future than her taken alive.
Barney, calm down. Okay. So now they're not hostile to me anymore. Halsin is in the fight, though. Okay. Good.
Come along, Isabel.
He flew downstairs. See, this is where Halsin could, like, die. And for some reason, he flew down there. Oh, yeah, that ripped him to pieces, him falling down that. He has so much stinking health. Oh, come on. At least miss. Yes. Yeah. Things actually went rather well. Interestingly, I've been reading from other people that this fight at the Last Light Inn can be really challenging. So I probably should have been more nervous going into it, but it went pretty well. I think having Halsin there inadvertently was a really good idea, and it certainly helped that for whatever reason he got completely distracted from his main target and decided to go and just start slamming grunts down on the ground floor. So it really wasn't too difficult, but I think that was more of an AI glitch than Barney being effectively piloted by me. Alright, so we avoided the fate that I was most concerned about so far, but we still absolutely could mess this up. I don't know if we have the option to just decide to attack Isabel, but we probably will. So let's see what happens here. But that went better than I expected, honestly. Even the conversation leading up to what just happened went better than I expected.
Isabel, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Marcus has been with us since the start. They've been tracking us this whole time.
Yeah.
And that was no random attack. You were the target, Isabel. They know how important you are. But they don't know about you. Isabel, this is...
the true soul who saved my life. I'll look after them, Chihira. You should check on the others.
Remember what we discussed. Gatherick will strike
God,
again.
Barney is so scary.
We need you to strike first.
I'm Isabel. And you're meant to save us all, I believe?
Let's see what he says here. Oh, I think I know which one I would want him to say. Never get tired of hearing that. Like, I thought it was gonna be that one. Like, but apparently Barney likes sounding like the hero. Never get tired of hearing that.
Good, because your work here is only beginning. I have something for you. Something that'll help you make it to the towers.
Yay.
It suits you. And better than that, it'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers.
Let's see. Bum 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 ba-dum. Anything else I should know before heading off?
There is, actually. I don't like to go on in front of the others, but it's about Ketherick Thorm. He used to preside over this village. A good man. A respected man who turned to darkness quite suddenly. I've been told.
Oh, right. You wouldn't have any idea about
he began
this.
worshipping Shah
and raised an army of dark justiciars right underneath the locals' noses. A coalition of harpers and druids put him down, killed him, and buried him in the Thorm family mausoleum. But now, he's returned. And he's invincible. Neither arrow nor sword can harm him. The darkness he's subscribed to is unlike any I've heard of. I fear there's something deeper behind it all.
We can't see you, Isabel.
Neither you, nor I, nor even Selûne can fix. I found this on the wall when I arrived.
Ooh.
It must be 100 years old.
Look at that.
Ketheric.
I never saw
Before
this.
he turned. This man, a Selûnite, not unlike myself, had family, friends. And he abandoned them all to become a monster. I know Jaheira narrowly escaped his grasp. Have you encountered him yet?
Let me see. Bum bum. So what's crazy is I've never seen that picture. I've played through this section a few times now, but for some reason the conversation never went to that picture before, or unless that's a new thing they've added, but I'm not sure. I've seen him in a kind of vision.
You did? How did he seem?
Not great. He seems like a little wild. Deeply corrupted.
To turn away from Selûne for this curse, this disgusting power to corrupt and kill. We need a champion to find the source of his invincibility and put it to an end. And it seems, my not quite true soul, that champion is you.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're getting close to the point where we might be able to go and actually find out. Because, if Minthara is alive, we're going to probably be able to find out here before too long. We have to get the lantern, but we're going to go to the tower because we have to go infiltrate the tower and kind of go through some of the stuff. Hopefully, without attacking too many people. Because there's some cool stuff we can do, like rescuing her. If we can rescue her and get her out of there, then we'll be set. We'll have another companion, which will be super helpful. Alright, 3. Somehow fate keeps leading me to the same conclusion.
Perhaps there's something to it then. No mercy. For Ketheric will have none on you. End this.
We'll eat nothing but potatoes. We're on the Idaho potato diet. Oh.
The voice of the Absolute is stronger.
Oh, what's with the outfit? Oh no.
Stronger.
Oh no.
I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress.
Get that mustache away from me.
It's a good thing you decided to infiltrate the cultists rather than fight them. The Absolute has already mustered an impressive army, and its forces still grow.
I haven't decided anything yet.
Does what happened in the Grove bother you?
Let me see, because it's weird, because I still don't know. We're in a weird limbo state with that, but okay. Oh, apparently, Barney regrets it. I'm full of regret, apparently.
For what it's worth, you made the right choice. If we don't accomplish our goals, none of it matters. Not their fate, not anyone's.
The hurt runs deeper than he's willing to show you.
Ooh. Let's see what it got there. You alright?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Beneath the resilient veneer, a touch of fragility.
Barney.
He needs comfort.
Barney, what are you gonna do? Look terrible. You need a hug. Oh, that's it. Good old Barney, as we know. I love you, you love me, right? Aww. It's only slightly disturbing in many, many ways. Barney's such a lovable psychopath.
It's been a very long time since someone did that. For me.
Let's see. Just how long have you been trapped inside that prism?
Time works differently here. It's hard to explain. Sometimes I can barely even remember what it was like before. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already.
So you keep on saying, why should I believe you?
I'm not going to argue with you, but pray you never find out. Now I must rest. And you must carry on.
Barney's so weird.
Do not let my efforts be in vain.
Alright. Surprise, surprise. Looks like we've had a bit of a chat with our inner demons, and it was a rather pleasant one. So I guess we should be grateful for that. And now it's time to retrieve the Moon Lantern. Oh, I love the Driders. I love seeing one. They look great.
We'll wait for your signal. Go. Your faithful stand ready, Majesty. Soon we march. Soon the world will bow to you.
Yeah, we're boss. Something moved up there.
Oh.
Want me to drag it out?
Let's see. What are we gonna do here, Barney? He's gonna come out and stand in front of everybody.
What's this?
The Drider's eyes cut through the darkness, locking on you as your parasite squirms with excitement. Your minds connect, and you hear a voice whispering to you. The Absolute.
Look at the eyes. Oh, the eyes are so cool.
Fractured mind reverberating in the darkness.
One of your true souls, my queen. How have they survived?
Let's see. Signal the Harpers to attack. Ah, I thought we might talk to him, but...
Treachery! Blasphemers in the dark! Drive them into the dark!
Oh, that's creepy how he crawls up that ladder like that. All dead except for Boss Boy. I think we're done here. Yes. Ow. What? What's happening? Temporary hostile. How do I stop them from being hostile? Yeah, for some reason, they all got really hostile with me. I don't even know why that happened. It wasn't a conversation started. For once, Barney wasn't the threat. It was the fact that I just... Maybe they thought I was looting the corpses. I'm not sure. Regardless, we managed to get through okay. And hopefully my Minthara tactic works here as well, and assuming it worked with Minthara. Again, you have to remember, she attacked me in the Goblin camp after our victory. Barney was not inclined to re-persuade her, but the best I could manage was to try and do non-lethal damage to her and hope for the best. We'll have to see. I'm really excited to get the Moonrise because I want to know if we managed to break the game completely and made it so that some of our only companions are literally people who are supposed to be incompatible with each other in a playthrough. After a quick fight, we pick up our trinket.
The lantern gives off a chilly glow, protecting all in its vicinity.
Alright, Barney, what are we gonna do?
You notice a tiny pixie trapped within.
Oh, please! Oh, golly me, oh my! You must release me or I'll die. this lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day.
Alright, let's see what we do here, Barney. You're fuel for the lantern. How's that work?
My pixie dust is bright as day. My injuries can light the way.
Cruelty and cleverness are all too common bedfellows. Let's side with cleverness alone, shall we? See what we can do to save this verse-loving pixie.
Sounds good to me. To see if Barney will listen, though. Because it absolutely is way better to just release it, so. Guess we're ignoring it, though.
I'll gut you like a 10-day-old if you don't release me right this moment!
Yeah, you've changed your tune.
If you prefer the kinder type, I'll sweetly slurp your guts like tripe.
Alright, let's see what we do. Release the pixie. Aw, he's got a heart now.
Finally! Been trapped in that coffin with no one but a mad rider and my own farts for company.
So just lovely.
Did me a good turn there, didn't you? What do I owe you?
Oh gosh, look at that thought, the first one. Could you actually do that? That sounds terrifying. What's on offer?
Honey, I'll shake your world, that's for sure.
Oh, please, no.
Here, give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want? You're welcome.
Curious little thing.
Now we don't have to
sail it a shame with that mouth.
Yeah, she could. But hey, we got it. We got it. We're doing good. And now we've got the pixie blessing. So we should be good. Alright. So now we're ready to freely explore everything. And now the big trouble. Trying to survive just the two of us. Because there's some pretty gnarly fights out here. After getting our bell, we make our way through the Shadowlands a bit deeper and eventually find the little lost shadow child. Hey Barney, how do you like kids?
Boo! I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me?
Alright Barney, this is what you've been born for. Your entire career has been about children and playing with them and showing them love and giving them what they need. Let's see what happens. Do we have any extra? Nope, just 6. Okay. Don't startle people like that. Be easy way to end up killed by mistake.
Killed? Nobody dies around here, silly. Not like that. Play with me, and you'll see for yourself.
That's not disturbing at all. You demon child. Don't you have anyone else to play with?
I have a mummy, a daddy, and a doggy. They'll be back in a while, but you're here now, and I want to play.
Okay. Alright, Barney. What are your parents' names? Maybe I can find them.
They don't need names. They just need to be mummy and daddy and do what I want. Now play with me, or they'll be angry with you.
Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3. What'll it be? We're done here.
No.
Oh boy. Okay. Daddy. Strongest daddy ever. Mummy. And then the dog.
Mummy! Daddy! Doggy! No! Don't leave me! You ruined my fun. I don't want to talk to you. Go on. Leave me alone.
Alright, buddy. We'll be back. I am very hurt. But what would a dark urge run with Barney at the helm be without a new mission with our little goblin butler?
Thoughts are back on the twisted Scaleritas and his honeyed words of violence.
Interesting. Another one.
You called for me, my lord?
Oh, hello. I haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Goblin Man. Alright, let's see. What does Barney say to him? Hell, so you could read my thoughts.
I don't need to. They are all the same. There is but one thing on your mind, and it won't go away until you're thirsty urge is sated.
Oh, Barney.
I come here, for I wish to bring you another powerful tithe.
Oh?
But I cannot grant you this prize quite yet. You must do something divinely unspeakable first.
Yeah. I wonder what he's gonna ask. Again, this is all new to me. I haven't done an Urge playthrough at all, so... killing is good enough fun without the reward.
You are such an eloquent and well-mannered master.
Barney's so bloodthirsty and behind the
breeze
scenes.
through these trivial little exams with great distinction. You will receive a royal prize for killing this pretty girl.
Oh my gosh.
Isabel, the cleric with the sweetest face of the moon. She is too precious to live.
Let's see. Because if he agrees to this, I'm gonna follow through, but I might choose to do so after we help Halsin. What has she done to deserve such a fate?
Why? The greatest crime of them all. Nothing at all.
Amazing. Alright, let's see, Barney. What are you gonna decide to do? Might be willing. Is there a catch?
Oh, no catch at all. You will get to see the beautiful sight of an entire village filled with bodies. You adore piles of bodies, Master. They have always been your favorite.
Now, here's the thing, though. I hope Barney doesn't agree to go through with this. If he leaves me ambiguous, like perhaps once, but not, like if he gives the ambiguousness, then I might avoid it, because if I do it, I imagine I can't recruit Jaheira. And again, like, I need everyone I can get, so I might be willing to forego whatever the bonus is for killing her if it means I can get another companion. Okay. Let me see here. What's we gonna say? Perhaps once, but not now.
Oh, I only live to advise. Oh, Master, consider the tiny mishap with the bard you had the last time we met. Your unconscious clever mind hungers for extreme violence. Who knows who you might kill next if you do not satisfy your urge. Be true to yourself, my lord.
Yeah, that's tough. I feel like Barney, like, it's interesting because Barney's kind of like hemming and hawing on it. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to see, because it sounds like it'll be left up to me. And I'm sure the boon would be great. Like, the current boon I have is fantastic, so I'm sure it'd be worth it. Isabel's line hangs by a thread. Barney has accepted the contract, but I'm gonna try and play the game a bit. We'll see if I can pull it off. We talk to a dead talker and his very rude raven.
Where lies your guilt?
The waiting mode.
Ready yourself for a fight, huh? Nope, that's it. Man, I've met a few others who can commune with the dead.
And I have met few who stand so tall and fearless in the face of the unknown. Be on your way, brave soul. A fair point. Perhaps this one could assist us.
Wait, can't I talk to animals?
The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice?
I should be able to talk to it, but okay, I guess I didn't cast that spell this time. Speak plainly, what are you talking about?
Forgive me. It has been some time since I spoke to another. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends, into her confidence, promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their words into knives and stabbed them in the back. They died because of her. And to this day, her victims lie unavenged.
And Barney says, she's dead. How much more can she pay?
Death is not the end, merely another beginning. I seek a record of this one's crimes, written in her own hand. Through it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial for her crimes.
Kill the dead, kill the killed dead, kill the killed dead again and again.
Your mind swoons with possibilities.
He likes it.
This blessed loon may murder the same soul as many times as he wishes.
No. I seek only justice, not murderous deviancy. I offer you a chance to avenge this murderer's victims. Will you take it?
What do you think, Barney? What do you want to do with this, huh? I will. What must I do?
I thank you, as do those who died by her words. Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find the ledger and bring it to me.
Sounds good. Yeah, I've got to speak with animals.
I do not approve. You can leave.
Can I talk to the raven?
I should speak up.
I thought...
Everyone hates you.
Oh, well. What a base answer. Number not as much as I hate myself. Number 4. Oh, that's not as much as I hate myself.
Good! You should hate yourself. You're vicious and evil and cruel. Everyone who loves you will suffer and die. Slitting your own throat would be a kindness.
What a pleasant fellow. And reach down deep into the heart of the corrupted city. Specifically, we're going to surgery. The operating theater is a grim place, and I'll tell you, it's the toughest encounter we've had so far. But really, we're here looking for a specific mandolin, or is it a lyre? I don't know. We're looking for an instrument that's actually really important for keeping Halsin on our side.
The objective
Here we
of
go.
the Scalpel Sisters is to soothe. For the scalpel indeed is an extension of Shah. See how the patient reacts when I but stroke the right nerve. Hear its comfort, hear the very melody of mercy.
Barney's gonna be thrilled with this.
Pray, sister. Show us the extent of your beneficence. Stop. Stay your hand, for it slaps where it should stroke. We can hardly hear the patient's sighs of solace. Perhaps it is our unexpected audience that makes you quiver.
So howdy.
Come, step forward. You are no sister, but that matters none. Every student is welcome.
I'm sure the Urge has some great conversation things here. Alright, let's see. What are we gonna do, Barney? Have a conversation or just attack? 4. What wrong has this man done to deserve such torture?
Behold, sisters, the very face of ignorance. One who mistakes tenderness for torture. Go on, acquaint the face of ignorance with the true object of our studies.
Absence.
Absence. No other word captures the heart of Shah so very perfectly. It is the scalpel-led journey that leads from pain to peace.
Gods! What living nightmare is this?
See? What is the light of eyes but the cancer that causes one to witness the laceration of being? If light is the symptom, then darkness is the cure. For in light there is presence, but in darkness there is absence.
Sometimes monologues make sense, his doesn't.
Light is presence, in darkness, absence.
You are well on your way, but one white orb disfigures you still. Let us finish the cure.
Alright, let's see. Oh, He's saying because like I lost one eye, I should have the other eye taken out too. That's kind of cool that it responds to the fact that I literally had ice picked my eye before. 2. Religion. Recall what you know of Shar's teachings. I imagine it's not gonna be much. Because I'm not a brainy boy. Oh, we just barely get it though.
You remember a Sharon maxim. Go forth and sow doubt, but do not compel it, for only the willing may know the lady's embrace.
Ah, yes, we can attack his dogma. 3. Persuasion sisters are ready. They'll make me sick instead of curing me. Oh, not looking great. I could re-roll it. I haven't used an inspiration in a while. There we go.
Their incisions are, as yet, still streaked with imprecision. That much I must concede. How to steady their hands, I wonder.
Let's see. Gosh darn it. I thought I might talk it through, but nope. Barney, of course. Attack. After several attempts of surgery and several deaths. Alright. Let's try that again. Gosh darn it. Like I said, this was a rough fight, and we reset several times. But we managed it in the end. Barely. Thank freaking goodness. Oh, what a nightmare. That only took 1,000,000 times. Battered loot.
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
Alright,
It's true then. He's met Daniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Daniel.
I found a loot. Oh, fetch. I have to get to it in the conversation. Oh, no. I really didn't want that to be a problem. Any ideas?
If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it.
I found it. You just can't get to the conversation. Piece 1, finally. Yes, I found the loot. Seems to belong to Flaming Fist.
Good. Its music might help restore him. Show it to him.
Here we go. I can't play this. Plong, 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 plong.
Daniel! He's still trapped there. He needs help.
Calm. Breathe. You've been trapped in the Shadowfell for a century. Take a moment to clear your mind.
A century? You're Halsin. Daniel said to find you. You must help him, please.
I will, but I need to know where Daniel is. If I venture into the Shadowfell blind, I will never find him.
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes.
Alright, let's see. Alright, Barney, you gonna be a jerk here? Yes, you are. Don't tell me I brought you back for nothing.
Patience. He's the key to this. I know it.
Lavender. Whenever I saw Daniel, I always smelled lavender.
I can work with that. Rest now. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help. Be ready. This may prove perilous.
It really will. With the clues given by the reawakened member of the Crimson Fist, we now have a direction to go. A ritual that can be performed, if we can survive, that is.
You're here. Good. Now we can begin.
Alright, Halsin. Let's do it. Apparently, we're ready to go.
Well. Once I begin the ritual, a portal to the Shadowfell will open, one that will help me save Thaniel. Whatever happens, I must go alone.
Hold on. Shouldn't Barney come with you?
No. This opportunity has been 100 years in the making. It has to be me. And only me. But I didn't bring you here to witness an old druid's grandstanding. You have a part to play in this, and I trust you will play it well. With the Oakfather's blessing, I can infiltrate the Shadowfell, but doing so will sap my strength. I'll need your help if I'm to return. I need you to stay here, keep the portal open until I return, and defend it at all costs.
Oh boy, this is gonna get rough. Vendit, what do you mean?
The shadows won't be banished without a fight. Once I open the portal, they'll swarm like carrion birds and try to destroy it. You must not let that happen.
Oh yeah, Barney's like, okay, I get you.
Let's begin. Whatever happens, do not attempt to enter the portal, and do not let anything interfere with it. It took me years of study, of seeking the Oakfather's favor, to find a way to part the veil. Pray that this works.
Yes, please.
Oakfather, hear me. Aid me. Force open the jaws of darkness. Make passage for your vessel of light. It's ready. I'll return with Thaniel as soon as possible. Stay close to the portal. Buy me what time you can.
Here we go.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Choice but to keep going.
Get him. Welcome to the second hardest fight we've had in the game so far. Again, it really feels like we're being punished for only having 2 characters. Oh, fetch me, bandit.
It's done.
Oh.
I have it.
Oh, that was hard. Oh no. Look at this place. It was so close. Oh no.
But something's wrong. Dreadfully wrong. No. It can't be.
Okay. Let's see. Shadow Curse is as strong as ever. Your plan failed. Barney's always just cutting people to the quick.
No. Everything went exactly as it was supposed to. But there's something else. Something missing from Thaniel. I need to examine him back at the camp. Come see us when you can.
Sounds good. Whew. Oh, that was rough. That was as close as it gets. I think it had like 2 health at the end there. Oh my gosh. But we made it, and Halsin is quite happy.
Thaniel is resting, but it's no easy slumber. I discovered what's wrong with him.
All right, Halsin.
The shadows rendered him in 2 when they bore him away to the Shadowfell. Half of his essence remained here, amidst the curse. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. But after all these years left in the darkness, corruption must have taken hold.
Okay. Let's see. What do you think, Barney? How do you know this? What do you know?
I knew something was wrong when he didn't wake up. But now I'm even more certain. By now we should have seen some small glimmer of Thaniel's power. A sign that the land is healing. New growth, flowers in bloom. But there has been nothing.
Okay. Let's see. Very wholesome journey we're on so far. Tell me how I can help.
It's both simple and not. We need to find Thaniel's missing half and make him whole again. Only the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep, twisting Thaniel's essence into something else.
Alright. Now, we've already met the kid. They're sending me to look for a needle in a haystack. In the dark.
No matter how it's been twisted by the shadows, it is still part of Thaniel's essence. It will resemble him somehow and may show signs of his power. There is a ruin some way outside of Last Light. I caught a glimpse of fresh blooms there, but did not investigate further. I shall mark it upon your map.
Alright, let's see. Barney. Alright, leave it to me. He's just so... He likes Halsin a lot, apparently, because he's just going with it.
Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side.
Oh.
If you want me, I'm yours.
Yes!
Against the curse, against the absolute... anything.
Yes! Finally.
Just say the word.
We're a trio. Join me.
Good. Now our roots can deepen. Together.
Yes. Ah, Halsin. But before we do that, we gotta go and have a conversation.
Whatever shall it be? Over there, of course.
Alright, Halsin. Time to find out what you really are. Oh, this is exciting. We got a third member, and I don't think he's gonna die anytime soon. Please. Alright, here we go. Remember, 1 of 12. 1 being barbarian, 12 being wizard. Here we go. One of the most important roles. We got a barbarian, and we have a warlock caster. It'd be really nice to have a healer, but at this point, I'll take a warm body that can attack people. So, what do we get? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ranger. Okay, okay. Definitely not quite what I expected, but it actually kind of fits his personality too. So, I think that should be good. Favorite enemy. Bounty Hunter, Keeper of the Veil. Alright, so we'll randomize this stuff too. So, 2, Keeper of the Veil. You get proficiency in Arcana and cast Protection from Good and Evil. Okay, Keeper of the Veil. And then Urban Tracker. Now we level him up. Alright, first let's do fighting style, because let's find out what kind of ranger he's going to end up being. Melee or ranged? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 2 weapon fighting. Yeah, got a regular Dritz Druid in here. Beast class, Gloomstalker, or Hunter. Alright, this is a tricky one. So, 1 for Beastmaster, 2 for Gloomstalker, 3 for Hunter. Hunter? Wait. Okay. Hunter's Prey. What does that do? Okay. He specializes in fighting a specific threat. Colossus Slayer, Giant Killer, or Horde Breaker. Horde Breaker would be cool because he's going to be using 2 weapons. So let's see. 2. We got Giant Killer. Okay. If a large or bigger creature attacks, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack. Okay. That's actually kind of good though, because it's a melee response attack. Like it would be silly if it were ranged. Alright, I think we've got this. Sword of Screams and the Knife of the Undermountain King on Halsin. Our little stabby ranger boy. Halsin's looking awesome. We are looking awesome. We have a third companion. Yes! Oh, I feel so much better now. So, now all we have to do is manage to get into... We have to try and reunite Thaniel just to help Halsin be happy. We go and finish killing the bosses, the Thorn bosses in the city, and I think we can try and see if we can rescue Minthara. And that's probably where we're going to end this episode. It's going to be hunting down the other generals in the town and rescuing Minthara if possible. So yeah, I think we're about ready. We're about ready to go to the tower. So that should be good. With Halsin on the team, it's time to go and track down like the last fragment of Thaniel. And then another rough fight, but this one was far easier. Mostly mechanical problems, nothing too severe.
You ruined my fun. I don't want to talk to you. Go on. Leave me alone.
I mean, I mean, I can't do anything else. I'll just keep talking to him until we get this. I'm just gonna push it. I know who you really are and where you really belong. You need to reunite with Thaniel.
Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I've made a family for myself. I get to play all the time.
All right. Lunge at him? Oh no. All right. 1, 2, 3. What do we get? 2. I'll make this harder than it needs to be.
Not harder. Impossible. I don't want to play with you anymore.
He's scarpered.
Oh, great camera
It's
angle.
up to us to find him.
Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Why can't I just stay here playing?
Yeah.
I had everything I've ever wanted
Very
right
good.
here. And you've ruined it. I'm not leaving. You can't make me.
Be gentle. He's much more than a child.
Oh, he's talking to Gale.
But he
Gosh
doesn't
darn it.
truly know that.
Oh well. We'll still randomize, but I hate it when this happens. It's so silly when this happens. Gale just has to be the centerpiece of everything. Alright. Talk to him, Halsin. You know he needs to say what he needs better to be said better than anyone. I mean, that's honestly the best outcome I think we could have had.
It shall be done. Oliver, nobody is making you leave. This is your home. But it is dark, empty, lonely. I don't want you to be alone. I want you to be with Thaniel.
Why should I go back to him? He abandoned me.
No, you were stolen from each other. Neither of you are to blame. And I know your pain. I truly do.
All right.
Thaniel was my friend also. I played with him, grew up while he stayed the same. He made me who I am today. And then he was ripped away from me. Same as for you.
Interesting.
But you need not be alone any longer. You need not invent friends. Thaniel is back. He's waiting for you.
Fine. I'll do it. It might be nice to be with him again.
Sweet.
Bye. And thank you for playing with me.
It's done, at last. Soon the land will be unshrouded. We should return to Thaniel when we can.
What was that?
Sweet. I didn't remember that that was a puzzle, but I've solved the puzzle. I'm just that cool, apparently. Afterwards, we find a secret I never knew about underneath the statue in the center of town, and attempt to pass some trials of Shar.
Do you accept Shar's test of your intellect?
Hey, look at that.
You feel a small pulse of energy race up your spine, and a strange sensation of acceptance. Do you think yourself wise enough to be granted Shar's blessing?
Sure, let's see. Barely make that one.
A warm swell rises through you. Acceptance. You are worthy. Are you bold of heart and sharp of tongue? Can you turn any and all to the Dark Lady's cause?
This is a charisma one then.
A fairy chuckle echoes in the corners of your mind. Your patron knows a thing or two about turning people.
That's so cute. I still love that. I love that like, the references to your patron are really fun. Alright, we're going with 2. Allow the tricksy nature of your patron to glimpse for but a moment. Interesting, so it just gives me advantage. Which I need. Jeez.
Confidence surges through you. You feel like there is nothing you can't do, no one you can't win over. The statue seems to agree and approve.
Okay. So we got all 3. Okay, yeah, I definitely have never done this before.
altar to Shah. It appears to seek prey and a blood offering. Your blood.
Okay. So, do I bleed, take the dagger, or just leave? Come on, let's do something interesting. Okay, we're gonna do it. Just take up the dagger. Interesting. We're taking local customs. So I get...
Maybe I need more pockets.
Scroll of Revivify, Scroll of Blight, Ritual Dagger of Shar, Elixir of Necrotic Resistance, Potion of Angelic Reprieve. I'm kind of concerned that Shar was happy with Barney on all accounts. He managed to pass every saving throw. That feels a little sus to me. Legitimately, like, I'm playing the game and I was kind of shocked that we managed to get all of them right. And he even managed to do the blood sacrifice rather than stealing the dagger. I feel like Barney's actually starting to take control of this playthrough, and that's not going to go away because what's about to happen is about as bizarre. I think we'll do some of these side quests later. I really do want to get into Moonrise because it's time for us to finish this for today. Well, at least, well, this episode.
That's far enough.
Howdy, boys.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
My apologies. Welcome back, true soul. What news?
Let's see. 6. 3. Little from the field. What news inside?
General Ketheric's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back.
You'll find Zarel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
If it's an audience she desires, an audience let us provide.
Let's see. And in her name.
Praise the Absolute.
Now, there's stuff I want to do out here, but I think we'll explore Moonrise next time.
It's risky to enter Moonrise with an unwelcome companion.
Oh.
You can pass as a true soul, but they cannot. Be sure to keep them close, so you can speak on their behalf if the cultists ask too many questions.
Ah. Interesting. That's nothing. I've never encountered that before. I guess I've never taken... I guess it's Halsin is the problem. Okay, well, if we get 2 or 3, might send Halsin back to camp. If we get 1, we're taking him with us and see what happens. Okay, 3. Best to return later. Okay. So let's go to camp. We'll talk to Thaniel. And I will have... Oh, I didn't realize we had a campsite, like, in Moonrise. We'll talk to Thaniel, and then I'll leave Halsin here for the minute.
The druid Halsin spoke to me while I was sleeping. He spoke of you. Said that you fought shadow and spite to restore me. 100 years of sickness almost ended. I feel every root that riddles the earth beginning to unfold. But there is one anchor, still holding the shadows in place. The soul that brought it into being, for the land to heal. Ketheric Thorm must die.
I actually managed to save Minthara. She's here at Moonrise. As we walk in, we get this glorious welcome.
General, you saw my reports. You know it's not my fault.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
If I had been given drow warriors instead of goblin trash.
Oi, what?
You scrag!
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
Let me make sure I understand this. You're claiming that General Thorm gave you the wrong soldiers.
Yes. No!
You blame the Absolute's Chosen for your failure.
There he is.
Of course it is not the General's fault.
Whose then?
Interesting. 2. Oh. Oh no. No. Please. Why'd it have to be a 2? Okay, can I fail this? No.
You slip into Minthara's mind while her attention is focused on saving her own skin. You can feel her guilt everywhere, writhing and churning. All it takes is one little push.
Mine. It's my fault. I failed you, my lord.
For a drow, that is essentially a death sentence, but maybe she won't be.
My lord?
I gave you this command because I saw something in you. Your efficiency, ruthlessness, your killer's instinct. I treasured them all. But honesty, remorse...
Oh no.
These are no use to me.
Please don't kill her. Please don't kill her.
Night Warden Minthara, your crime is incompetence, and your sentence is death.
No!
Make her passing slow, Disciple Zorel. Be creative.
Oh man. I could make it much more creative. As a torturer, I am unmatched. Oh, Barney, your element is truly here.
As the General's
He is. His name is Barney Music Torture.
A memory of this room, and his voice raised in anger.
I'm surprised to see you again, true soul. You are here to assist and not to meddle, I trust. I would remind you that while in my halls, you obey me, just as you would any other chosen. What say you about our Minthara? It is fitting that one mad dog should judge another.
I like how he specifically recognizes the urge rather than just being another true soul to him. She's not lying. She serves the Absolute faithfully.
A pity, then, that her faith was so inadequate. Take her below.
No! Please! Mercy! Please!
Alright.
Bye-bye, princess.
Kill the goblins, too.
Here we go. Here we go.
You creaking old bag of shit!
I love this sequence. This is so good. Oh, the music. His voice. He is a voice actor was such a good choice for him. I think Ketherick Thorm was my favorite character of this game.
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, let us take advantage of our surprising guest and their particular creative genius. I'm sure the results will send a clear message to the troops on the importance of discipline.
Of course, my lord. Thank you.
Hey, Goblinos.
You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish.
Alright. Contain your excitement. Oh, he's so excited.
Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete.
They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do anything drastic, are ya? We've been nothing but loyal.
I dream of pools deep enough to bathe in. Run me a bath. Oh, that's so disturbing.
No, please.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
In another lifetime, you were greeted in this throne room like a god, not the living wreck you are now. Your disgrace has something to do with this Ketheric. You yearn to flay him until he forgets himself, as you have.
Whoever he is, he stands in your way. I'm a little scared of 2. We might end up, like, literally attacking him, but...
Nothing sickens you more than a man who is unkillable. But to a veteran deviant such as yourself, it is but a matter of time.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood.
Now, before we can proceed too far, I need to try and rescue Minthara. She won't be able to, like, return here until we're ready to attack it, but that's the goal of this episode, is to save her. So now we're here, reintroduced, recognized, and fully immersed back within the fold. But we have one opportunity, one chance to potentially gain a new ally and get ourselves back to a full party strength. It's time for us to go into the basement and see if Barney is going to be able to pull off the heist of the century.
You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability.
And isn't that depressing?
You are nothing.
Dang.
Minthara's mind connects with yours. Not strong as you remember it, but fractured, disintegrating.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again.
I expected her to be dismembered. Disappointing.
When the body suffers, we retreat into the mind. But when the mind breaks, all is lost. We are erasing her.
It's really wise. She's a valuable asset.
Willful, though. But you are right. Whatever is useful, we will leave intact.
None of you will break me!
Come on, Minthara.
Wrong!
We need you. Come on. Urge, please. Barney, we need her. Bring her back. I don't like this. I don't like this. Attack the guards.
Infidel!
Now, how much have we just stirred up the hornet's nest? Just these 2?
I expected to be greeted.
I think she's talking to Gale again.
But the wretches imprisoned me and tried to tear my mind apart. I didn't think anyone would come for me.
It's not Gale, but fine. What were they gonna do?
Erasing my thoughts and my will. Even I could not have endured for much longer.
Oh, please. Okay, we need to get out of here.
Agreed. Make haste. I fear that insidious voice will return if I linger here.
Okay, so now we need to get out of here. I think the best thing we can do is we're going to
enough.
Okay, so we all got grabbed out here. Okay, good. Now, she has invisibility for 10 turns. We just need to get out the front.
Those we once called monsters.
What now?
You should not be complaining.
At once.
I've never had to get her out of here before. I've always killed her, so this is all new to me. After a little bit of a game-breaking bug and a cheeky invisibility potion, we did it.
What path lies before me?
Yeah.
I last left Moonrise.
Yeah!
As a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying
Beautiful.
the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose.
Now I
And you tried to
live
kill
as
me.
an exile.
And you tried to kill me.
But you risked
But Barney
your
probably
life
likes
to
that
rescue
woman.
me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your
Yes.
dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded.
Mm-hmm.
She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby?
Yes, we do. Oh no, we might not get her. Please. Okay. Tell her to find a camp. Oh, I was scared that I went through all that just to kill her.
Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
That would have been suck. So much suck. Okay. Camp. Yeah, boy. Oh. Freaking thank goodness. Oh. Why you... Uh-oh. Are we just not supposed to have both of them? Because that could be a problem.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here and for bringing me back to myself.
Sweet.
Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind.
You're strong. You'll recover.
Strength will not save us from an enemy that can dominate our will. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear.
I mean, he is a kind of impressive individual, so... I'm glad you're with me. Aww.
It is the safest place to be.
Or just happy.
Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least.
You're a victim of the cult. Of course I'll protect you. What? I mean, that makes no sense for Barney, but sure, I guess he's gonna go with it.
The prism will protect me. You will fight alongside me and help me to get my vengeance. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute.
Sleep well. We will venture forth together come the morning.
Excellent. Let us teach the cult to fear us.
Boom. Now, we got her.
I hope this is important.
Now, you.
For your sake.
We have one last ritual.
I
Well,
must.
I guess maybe we should save that for next time. I think this is where we're going to end our story for today. We are here at the camp with Minthara and Halsin. Of all the allies we have, we managed to get the two that you're not really supposed to be able to have recruitable together. Well, maybe. I wonder if they'll account for it. Like, so what happens if because normally you travel with companions, they start having a conversation with Gale and Halsin. They were having one earlier. So I wonder if I travel with Halsin and Minthara, if we will actually see them converse, or if they literally, because like they're sharing a campsite right now. So I wonder if you're not supposed to have them both. Either way, I'm very excited with all of this. So now that we're wrapping up, because this has been a very long episode coming, and it's been so many parts. I think I've recorded several hours, about 6 times, like each session being about 2 or 3 hours of recording. So this was much longer than the last parts, but mostly because the combat has been so much more difficult with only 2 people. Because one thing about this game that's interesting is that even if your party is smaller, it doesn't scale up how much experience you gain. So it's not like, oh, you have less people, so they're going to gain more experience faster. That's not how the game was built. The game is built essentially assuming you have 4. Now, it's not impossible to play with just 1. In fact, I'm sure there are people doing like the highest level difficulty honor mode, can't reload saves of any kind, who are playing solo runs. You know, that's people who are really good at the game. I'm just enjoying the game. But it's been challenging, and it means I've had to repeat a lot of combats just to get by. So it took a lot longer. But we're here. We have Halsin. We're healing like the land. We have Minthara. And next week we're gonna fully explore the tower and probably take out some of the other bosses in the city. Now that we've got a full team, we'll see. Starting with next episode, we will figure out what class Minthara is going to end up being, and then we will eventually have to go and confront whatever's happening beneath the Temple of Shar. Now, this will be interesting because we don't have Shadowheart, and she's such a pivotal part of that quest line. I have no clue what to expect when you just don't have her. Not even like, oh, she's not in the party. It's like, she's dead. So, yeah, that's weird. We're going to figure that part out together, but for now, we are done. Thank you for your patience. This series is just pretty different from my usual content. I think if I weren't making regular content on the rest of it, it would be a lot more, I'd be more readily publishing these if it was like the only project I was working on, but I prefer having multiple things to juggle, even if it means we get these long stretches where I can't put out an episode. I was really hoping to be able to keep pace with like maybe every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, but frankly, considering how much of a challenge it was just to get to this point, we should just be happy that it's coming out at all. Next week, though, well, not next week, the next part, I want us to finish the entire sequence of the tower and possibly even like getting ourselves to the outskirts of Baldur's Gate. Though there's such a big event that happens there, I might wait for that for the part after. So ideally, the next part will cover from Moonrise Now to the defeat of Ketheric Thorm. So that should be exciting. But now that I have a full party, I'm feeling a lot better. I don't think we're in a position where we can accidentally kill them anymore. Maybe. I don't know. Barney's had so many opportunities to kill people. I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah. Let's finish all this when we get to it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves on this wonderful adventure with Barney the Torturer, who is a psychotic psychopath who can oddly be really kind to very specific pets that he likes to keep. I think that's really what's going on here, is that he is a bloodthirsty maniac who's very happy to delight in just the ripping apart of people. But if he likes you and considers you a lesser pet to keep around as an ally, he'll just keep you in the camp. So, yeah. Good old Barney the Dark Urge. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being a part of this series, and go check out Copycat Games. Again, they were the inspiration for this playthrough. Their series is fantastic. They've been progressing it as well. I think, if I remember correctly, they did get to the outskirts of Baldur's Gate last time, so that's very, very exciting. And I'm also happy I'm starting to slowly catch up to them. Ideally, I want us to be able to finish our series like around the same time. It could be really fun to see the compare and contrast of their Urge versus Barney and see how their playthroughs kind of correlate, so that'll be fun. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and until this video, watch me up, see me next. I'll see you there.